You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back here at Hammond Field as the Travelers and the Springfield Cardinals get set for Game 3 of a 5-game series. Arkansas coming in with a record of 21-41, last place in the North, 16.5 out at first. Springfield with 35 wins, 26 losses, 2 games behind the Drillers in the Texas League North. Yesterday in the Texas League, one of the bigger days perhaps in this league's history. Roger Clemens making his Texas League debut, second start on rehab in the Astros farm system, and he was dominant yesterday in front of a packed house at Whataburger Field, totaling over 9,000. Some people had actually auctioned tickets on eBay for over $150 a piece for a minor league game at Whataburger Field. Those tickets usually go for $9. Clemens, and I'll tell you what, Clemens was worth every single penny. He set down the first 13 batters. Clemens finished with 6 innings pitched, allowing only 2 base hits, not a single run, and Clemens struck out 11 batters, electrifying the crowd at Whataburger Field with every strike that he threw. Mitch Talbot, who was originally slated to make the start, he came on for the final 3 innings to save what was a 5-1 win for Corpus Christi. Apparently, the mayor of Corpus Christi designated it the biggest day in Corpus Christi sports history. They likened it to a rock concert from 50 years ago when the King, well, maybe not quite, it was 50 years ago. The King, Elvis Presley, had a concert at Memorial Coliseum where new laws were instituted because of what happened at the concert. They probably won't be instituting any new laws in Corpus Christi, except that you shouldn't be paying $160 for a minor league ticket, but that's also something that nobody is ever going to forget, though. I was at that ballpark watching Roger Clemens on his way back to the major league. Clemens helped the Hooks to a 5-1 victory, and that was Corpus Christi's 6th straight win. They're 4.5 games in front of Frisco for first place and 5.5 in front of third place Midland. And so the Hooks have virtually locked it up. They need to really collapse over the last 5 or 6 games in order to lose that first half division title. Corpus Christi picking the best time for their best baseball, winning their 6th in a row. Having the Rocket on the mound certainly doesn't hurt either. Elsewhere in the South Division, while the Rocket was busy dazzling the fans on the Gulf Coast, Frisco and Midland played 16 innings in over 5 hours. The Rough Riders picking up a 12-11 win. The Rough Riders must have thought it had been a little easier after they rallied for 6 runs in the first inning and took a large lead into the 7th, but Midland forced the tie with 6 runs in the 8th, and then they went on to score 1 in the top of the 15th. Frisco tied it in the bottom half, and then the Rough Riders win it, adding insult to Midland's injury. Former Rockhound Adam Morrissey collecting the game-winning hit against his former team with a single in the bottom of the 16th inning, propelling Frisco to a 12-11 victory in those 16 innings. Lance Turner and Travis Buck each went deep for the Rockhounds, but Midland losing for the 7th time in the last 10 games, dropping 5.5 out with just 7 games left. In the North Division, Tulsa had a 4-run first inning, but the Wichita Wranglers scored the last 5 runs with Mitch Meyer breaking a 4-4 tie with a top of the 9th inning solo shot, his 8th of the season. Wichita stunned Tulsa by a 5-4 final score, and that drops the Drillers to just a 2-game lead against Springfield going into these last 6 games. And again, it will be Springfield hosting Tulsa over the weekend of the last 4 games in the first half of the season. Meyer's home run was his 8th. Billy Butler also going deep, his 8th of the season for Wichita. The Drillers built that 4-run first inning lead with a 2-run shot coming off of Joe Kashansky's bat. Kashansky's 15th of the season, and he is second all alone, 1 behind Hunter Pence. Devon Lowry was the winner. He's 2-0. Jim Miller the loss, 0-1. The save for Ryan Braun was his 8th. And then Springfield with the victory over the Travelers, 11-1. Chris Lambert got some revenge against Arkansas as the Travelers last year in the last game of the season scored 6 runs against him in just 2/3 of an inning. Lambert yesterday outstanding, 7 innings, allowing 5 hits and 1 run, striking out 7 for his 5th win of the season. And then the Cardinals banging out those 5 home runs. Reid Gorecki hit his 13th. Juan Richardson, number 12. Terry Evans, a couple of them. And Gabe Johnson hit his first. The lone bright spot for the Travelers, Brandon Wood, hit his 14th home run of the season and stands alone at 3rd highest home run total in the league. Tonight in the Texas League, All games will be starting about 7 o'clock. It's Frisco hosting Midland. Ray Aguilar on the mound for the Rockhounds, a record of 4-4. Rough Riders did not announce their starter. San Antonio and Corpus Christi back to regular minor league baseball, where there won't be a post-game press conference for the pitcher before the game is even over. San Antonio sends right-hander Yorman Bizardo to the hill with a 2-2 record. Matt Albers is 6-2 for Corpus Christi. Tulsa and Wichita 7:05 for a pitch. The Drillers needing a victory perhaps to remain 2 games in front of Springfield in the Texas League North. We'll keep you updated on those games as we get throughout the broadcast today on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Quick look at the AgPro Farm Report, see how the Angels are doing these days. Angels lost yesterday, losing at the hands of the Seattle Mariners 6-2. Jeff Weaver pitched well, allowing just 2 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings, but Weaver also committed 2 throwing errors in 1 inning that led to the loss. That was the 3rd straight loss for the Angels, dropping them to 27-35, 6.5 games, and back of Texas in the American League West. On the mound today for the Angels, former Traveler right-hander Irvin Santana goes against Bobby Keppel. Santana 5-3 with a 4.32 earned run average as the Angels open up that series at home against last-place Kansas City. Another quick bit of news from the Angels. Darren Erstad was activated from his rehab assignment at AAA Salt Lake, and that meant Tommy Murphy, unfortunately, was moved back down to AAA Salt Lake. Murphy had been playing pretty well when he was given the opportunity, and certainly did not embarrass himself up there in the major leagues, so hopefully Tommy get a quick call back at some time soon. It'll be Bartolo Colon on the mound today for AAA Salt Lake in his final rehab before going back up to the major league. That's the AgPro Farm Report. Glance around the Angels minor league system, brought to you by AgPro of Central Arkansas, located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England. They're proud to feature outstanding John Deere products, and you can sign up for a demo of some of John Deere's best equipment at AgPro's website, which is agprocompanies.com. Coming up next, we'll have the starting lineup for the Travelers and the Cardinals here at Hammond Field on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because 2 great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most, yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and FCC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
No, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Quitting smoking is hard, and it's even harder to do it alone. The good news is there is help. Just call the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the information and program you need to get free of tobacco. And the service is free, too. Try it. Call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and start to get free. I promise it's a great feeling. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call today.
Think of us like a thinking person's voter's guide. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
Quickly get to the starting lineup here. The Cardinals are about to take their positions. We start with the AA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals, 35-26 record. Manager Chris Maloney today has Mike McCoy leading off at shortstop, with Reid Gorecki batting second and playing in center field. Hitting third is first baseman Juan Richardson, while Rico Washington handles the cleanup duties and plays third base. Perry Evans batting fifth in right field. Designated hitter Josh Presley batting sixth. 7-hitter is left fielder Dick Stavinoha. Batting eighth is catcher Gabe Johnson. And Jarrett Hoffpauir rounds out Springfield starting 9. He'll be at second base. That's McCoy, Gorecki, Richardson, Washington, Evans, Presley, Stavinoha, Johnson, and Hoffpauir. The Travelers, of course, the affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, with a record of 21-41, managed by Tyrone Boykin. Today, Aaron Steele leads off in left field, with Eric Rodlin batting second at second base. Shortstop Brandon Wood in the 3-hole, while Matt Brown handles the cleanup duties at third. Batting fifth is catcher Bobby Wilson after a day off. Jason Espito also didn't play yesterday. He'll bat sixth and play right field. Matt Pauley batting seventh at first base today. Designated hitter is David Gates in the 8-hole, while Dwayne Bacon rounds out the starting nine for the Travs. Bacon in center field. That's Teal, Rodland, Wood, Brown, Wilson, Espito, Pauley, Gates, and Bacon. Starting matchup on the mound, it's Stu Pomeranz on the hill for the Cardinals, a 6'7" right-hander from Collierville, Tennessee. Second-round pick in 2003 out of high school. He's gone 6-2 this season. Second go-around of the Texas League, a 4.04 ERA. Pomeranz will be appearing in the Texas League All-Star Game next Tuesday at Ray Winder Field. Pomeranz allowing a 283 batting average against, 17 walks, 45 strikeouts, and 71 in the third inning. He's also given up 10 home runs. Chris Hunter makes the start for the Travelers. Record of 1-5 with a 7.80 ERA. League batting .332 against the 6'4" right-hander from Linden, Utah. 31st round pick out of Utah Valley State in 2003 with a career record of 16 wins and 22 losses. Cards are taken the field. We'll take our final break and come back with a first pitch. It's the Travelers and the Cardinals. Game 3 of a 5-game set here in the Ozarks. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears Vinyl Siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Here you are at Springfield, where the Arkansas Travelers and the Springfield Cardinals are set for Game 3 of the series. Cardinals have won the first two by scores of 9-4 on Saturday evening. Yesterday, the Travelers took one of their worst losses of the year, 11-1. Hopefully, the Travs brought their bats to the ballpark today. Aaron Peel will stand in to lead off against Stu Pomeranz. Pomeranz, who picked up victories in each of his first 6 decisions and didn't have his team lose a ball game until his 5th start of the year. Well, the Cardinals have lost his last 3, and Pomeranz has fallen into his first slump of the 2006 year. The big right-hander already into the windup, and he'll deliver a pitch outside. 7:09 first pitch today. and 71 degrees at game time temperature. There's a breeze blowing in from center field to knock any high fly balls down just a little bit. Pitch missed a Peel outside. That'll make it a 2-0 count. 2-0 on the Traveler left fielder Peel. Right-hand batter from San Angelo, Texas, batting .248. Pomeranz winds and delivers a 2-0. Peel got under it and popped it up. He'll go to foul territory on the right side of the infield. First baseman Juan Richardson makes the catch behind the coach's bracket for out number 1. Numbers on Pomeranz: 6-2 his record, 4.04 his ERA. The league batting .283 against him, and he's allowed 79 hits, 17 walks, and 45 strikeouts in 71 2/3 innings pitched. Big right-hander goes against Eric Rodland, and Rodland will take a fastball for a called strike. Plate umpire today is the crew chief Jeff Macias of our Texas League umpire crew. Sean Freeby at third base, John Brammer at first. And 0-1 to Rodland is sent high towards the left field corner. Towards the foul line, Nick Stavinoha makes a running grab in foul territory and then hits the padded wall. And he made a very nice play there for out number 2. Long way to run, and Stavinoha, not known for his speed, he's known for a strong throwing arm. But he closed that ground quickly enough, and quickly they're 2 away. Behind Pomeranz in the outfield, it's Stavinoha in left, Reid Gorecki in center, and it's Terry Evans in right. Rico Washington, the third baseman, Mike McCoy at short, Jarrett Hoffpauir at second, Juan Richardson at first, and Gabe Johnson catching. Traveler batter is Brandon Wood, and Pomeranz's slider outside for a ball, 1-0. Wood delivered the only Traveler run yesterday with a line drive home run that just got over the left field fence about 320 feet away. The 1-0. Swing and a miss with a Pomeranz slider, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to the Travelers slugging shortstop. Wood now with 14 homers. He's driven in 44 runs, both Travelers' top numbers. The pitch is grounded to third base, right to the third baseman Washington. Fields it cleanly, throws a little low, but it's dug out by Juan Richardson to get the force out on Wood. So that's a very easy first inning for Stu Pomeranz. Travels go down 1-2-3. So we'll see what Chris Hunter brings to the mound today. The Traveler right-hander emerges from the dugout. We go to the bottom of the first, and the Cardinals batting after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
In 1998, New York City marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was to sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, "Too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out." He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn, but when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
Cotton candy here. Get your cotton. Any peanuts? No. Hot dog. Slushies. Nada. Camel corn? No. Can I get something other than cotton candy? Pink or blue, mister. Pink or blue.
Variety is a good thing, especially when it comes to orthopedic services. That's why Baptist Health in North Arkansas provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care the state has to offer. From outpatient procedures to rehabilitation and prevention. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Healthline at 227-8478 and get back to the things you love.
Actually, I do have peanuts.
Really?
Nah, just kidding.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Chris Hunter takes the mound today for the Travs. Another tall right-hander. 6'4", 205 pounds from Linden, Utah. Hunter's had a tough season. Is 1-5 with a 7.80 ERA. He battled through 5 innings last time out, just 5 days ago in the first game of this road trip. On a no decision in that game. Travelers won it in 12 innings, 5-4. Jason Espino with a game-winning hit. Hunter did give up a couple of homers in the first inning to Troy Tulowitzki and Joe Gaetti. Mike McCoy leads off for the Cardinals, and Hunter will fire a fastball a little high, ball 1. Hunter will throw a fastball in the mid-80s. Slider and a changeup as well. As the 1-0 pitch comes to McCoy, he'll take it low, ball 2. McCoy, 3 for 5 yesterday with a double, had a run batted in, and also scored one of the Cardinals' 11 runs. Cards put up 5 runs in the third inning yesterday. McCoy scored one of them. 2-0 on the outside edge for a strike, 2-1. Hunter allowing a .332 batting average against. 8 home runs and 10 starts. The 2-1 to McCoy, and that'll back the right-hander off, down and in, ball 3. Chris has walked 23 batters against only 17 strikeouts. And he's also hit a number of batters, 6 men plunked. The 3-1 to McCoy is in the dirt, ball 4. Leadoff walk, and the Cardinals' top base stealer is aboard. McCoy has stolen 14 in 19 tries, and here comes Reid Gorecki. Hunter's worked 47 in the third innings this season. He's only made those 10 starts. He missed a couple of outings with shoulder stiffness. Out on the disabled list from April 30th to May 17th. Worked hard to get off the DL. And this is start number 6 since coming off that disabled list. Gorecki standing in, right-hand batter. And the pitch to him is fouled away. Over the screen into the second level right behind the plate. Strike 1. Gorecki hit one of those 5 homers for the Cardinals yesterday. Gorecki is probably the shortest distance-wise. Just scraped the top of the wall in the left field corner, which measures 315 feet away. Hunter sets at the belt with an 0-1 count. The pitch is a slider low. A nice block by Bobby Wilson. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was Gorecki's 13th home run of the season, and he is a home run leader for the Cardinals. So over to first base, McCoy is back. Gorecki's 13 homers, ranking 4th in the Texas League. Just 1 behind Brandon Wood for 3rd. And 3 behind the league leader, Hunter Pence. The 1-1 pitch is show bunt and took it a little bit high, ball 2. Now, Gorecki, a center field prospect for the Cardinals, and while he's impressed at the plate, he's also been very impressive in the field. Made a very nice over-the-shoulder catch off a drive from Eric Rodlin back on Saturday night. Another throw back over to first base, and McCoy only had a couple of feet off the bag. Brown playing in at third base, just a couple of steps to the cut of the grass. And Gorecki did show bunt in the last offering. Here's the stretch. And the 2-1. Gorecki swings and fouls it back again. It'll go over the press level for strike 2. 261 batting average for Gorecki. Would probably be a leadoff batter. In fact, he did lead off quite a bit for the Cardinals last year, but has settled into a nice, comfortable role in the 2-hole so far. McCoy bluffs on the 2-2 and the pitch in the dirt, but Gorecki couldn't hold back on a check swing. And our plate umpire, Jeff Macias, points at Gorecki, makes the 5th, signaling strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Hunter fooled Gorecki with that slider, and when Hunter is on, that slider will be a very effective pitch. It's not that he'll get a lot of strikeouts with it, but a whole lot of ground balls. Strikeout for Chris is 18th of the season. And now Juan Richardson about to stand in. Richardson hit the longest home run of the day for the Cardinals yesterday, leading off the 7th with a bomb over the batter's eye in straightaway center field over 430 feet. The pitch to the big righty is a fastball at the letters. It's called strike. As Richardson circled the bases, the pitcher who allowed that home run, Rich Thompson, took some exception to Richardson watching the flight of the ball and chewed him out a little bit on his way around third. It's an 0-1 count to Richardson. And the pitch with McCoy running is in the dirt. Nice dig by Wilson. Throw to second. The tag, no tag. The ball was at the base just at the same time as McCoy dove in head first to the glove of Eric Rodlin. The ball never got into the glove and instead was pushed aside by McCoy's left shoulder. So the stolen base for McCoy, his 15th of the year. Not a bad play by Bobby Wilson. Very tough pitch to throw on. A fastball that skipped up to the plate, but Wilson dug it up It was a decent throw, but throw arrived at the same time as the runner. And so an RBI chance for Richardson, who drove in 3 yesterday. Hunter checks second, delivers a slider, swing and a miss. Well, he really took something off that pitch. Straight downward motion as it floated up to the plate, and Richardson thought it was going to sit on a tee. And instead, that tee went straight down. 1-2 the count. Richardson, a veteran hitter, 28 years old, formerly of the Phillies organization. Leaning back in the box, and the 1-2 pitch. That same slider, but that was outside, ball 2. Bottom of the first. 0-0. Cardinals threatening with Mike McCoy at second base. Rico Washington on deck, and he's the league leading run producer, driving in 52 runs. Richardson playing his 47th game, and he's driven in 36. Here's a 2-2. A check swing, and it bounced off Bobby Wilson's glove, and then fell in front of him. He couldn't see that ball in the air, and so Richardson will get another pitch. Plate umpire is telling Richardson that hit the bat. Richardson is telling Macias that it hit his elbow. And Richardson dives into the plate when he takes a swing. And Richardson apparently will stay at the plate. He had taken off his shin guard and his left foot and started to remove his batting gloves and start to walk to first base before Macias told him, hey, that didn't hit you, that hit the bat. So Richardson stands back in, and Hunter again will check McCoy at second base. The kick and the pitch. And the slider was outside, ball 3. Richardson turned back to the plate umpire Macias and gave him a quick look. A full count on Richardson. McCoy has good speed. Outfield comes in a little bit. Bacon in center in a few steps. Rodlin holding McCoy on. Rodlin backs away on the 3-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Chris Maloney comes down the third base line and gives the plate umpire Macias a little wave of his hand. Richardson stays at the plate, and Richardson for the second time thought he had first base until the plate umpire told him otherwise. Rico Washington comes over from the on-deck circle to move Richardson out of the way and shove him towards the dugout. Boy, both coaches for the Cardinals, Joe Cunningham at first and the manager Maloney at third, giving Macias a very tough time, not just for the third strike call, but also for the pitch that apparently the Cardinals thought had hit Richardson's left elbow. So there's 2 outs, and Rico Washington up to the plate, left-handed slugger. The first pitch is right down the middle for a strike. Dangerous pitch, but Hunter took something off it, and instead of throwing a fastball, it was a change. Washington yesterday swung at the first pitch in his first 3 at-bats. He went 0 for 4, seeing just 5 pitches. Hunter trying to get out of the inning, leaving McCoy at second. The 0-1 to Washington. There's a high fastball, 1-1. Washington's the toughest out in this lineup, regardless of what Terry Evans has done during the series. Evans, even though he's 7 for 12 in 3 games. Washington probably be the MVP if you voted on it in the halfway point. 329 average, 12 homers, 52 ribbies. Fouled off the 1-1 over the left field seats known as the Redbird Roost. And a 1-2 count. Hunter has a chance to strike out the side. And the Cardinal dugout continues to holler away at the plate umpire, Jeff Macias. Stretch by Hunter, trying to get out of the inning. The 1-2 to Washington. He struck him out, got him with a slider swinging, and that'll end the first inning. Hunter's got that slider working, and the Cardinals have not made a friend, and the home plate umpire, Jeff Macias. That'll take us into the top of the second inning with a 0-0 score here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in central, north central, and northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin-Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone. Nothing's better, Dr. Pepper.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Top of the second inning here at Springfield as the bank of clouds starts to come overhead. A little bit of gray clouds blowing in from center field. Hopefully we won't get any rain coming through the area today. This is a very comfortable night. I mean, you think of June 12th. We're in the middle of the baseball season. You'd think 95 degrees, but here we are, 74 and a nice breezy evening. Matt Brown leads off for the Travs here in the top of the second against Pomeranz. He set the Travelers down to the first using only 8 pitches. Brown, right-hand batter, and the first pitch is inside corner for a strike. A slider from Pomeranz makes it 0-1. Brown 3 for 4 yesterday, the only Traveler to be on base 3 times, a couple of doubles. The 0-1 from Pomeranz is a called strike. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-2. Brown followed by Bobby Wilson and Jason Espedo. Pomeranz with the 0-2. Swinging a tip off the catcher's mitt. It bounced back off of Johnson, and they caught him in a tough spot. He'll walk away under his own power. Circle back to the catcher's box. New baseball handed out to Pomeranz with a count 0-2. Pomeranz with a fastball in the low 90s. He'll throw a slider and a knuckle curve. And a knuckle curveball is very difficult to learn how to control, and here he is throwing it at the age of 22. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. With Pomeranz only 21 years old. He won't turn 22 until December the 17th. Next pitch to Brown is in the dirt, a 2-2 count. Brown hitting .289, 8 homers, 29 runs batted in. He ended a hitless streak yesterday with his first hit coming in his second at bat. He'd been 0 for 12. The scoreboard thinks there's an out. There's nobody out. Brown's still at the plate with a 2-2 count. And Pomeranz winds and delivers. Brown fouls it back. And that'll hit the glass of the windows next to the press level and bounce back down to the second level. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still the count on Brown. Forget that Pomeranz pitched here in the Texas League at the age of 20 last year. A 2-2 to Brown. He swings, hits a high fly ball straight away center field. Gorecki has it measured. 5 feet in front of the track, he brings it in. 1 away. Brown just missed getting that ball out of the park. It got in a little bit on his hand. Here's Bobby Wilson. Pomeranz was a second-round draft pick, very highly touted out of Colliersville, Tennessee. Some questions about his maturity level, but the Cardinals have been very happy with what they've seen from him this year. Pitch to Wilson, hit in the air towards right center. Very high, not deep. Gorecki and Evans converge. Evans will get underneath it and make the catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the second to bring up Jason Espedo. Pomeranz made 18 appearances in the Texas League last year after making 8 starts in the Florida State League. He was underwhelming as AA, 5-6, 5.29 ERA. Started this year with wins in his first 6 decisions. His ERA has been bumped up a little bit over the past few starts. ERA in the last 3 starts, 7.26. Pitch to Espedo. fastball called strike. Jason sat out yesterday after going 0 for 3 Saturday night, hit by a pitch for the team-leading 11th time. The 0-1 under the knees, 1 ball, 1 strike. Speedo batting .277, 11 homers, second on the team, and 27 runs batted in. 1-1 from Pomeranz. Speedo swings and tips it, and it's held on by Johnson, strike 2. Big home run cut by Speedo, who would like to hit at this ballpark. All batters like to hit here at Hammond Field. The ball just seems to carry. The 1-2. Bringing a grounder to second base. Hoffpauir takes a bad hop up at the chest and throws to first for the out. That's a nice reaction to a very tough play on a rare bad hop here at Hammond Field. So a 1-2-3 inning for Pomeranz, and the Travelers go down in order for the second time in a row. Here come the Cardinals in the bottom of the second. 0-0 our score on Air America Little Rock, 1380.
The romance begins at Cupid's. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donaghy Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perelman in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Trans games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Winder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Trans home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Trans box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Winder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the second inning here at Hammonds as the Cardinals come to the plate with right fielder Terry Evans leading off. Second game in a row that Evans gets a nice ovation here from the local fans, as he has given them quite a lot to talk about. A little buzz going through the air the last couple of days here in Springfield because of this right-handed batter from Middle Georgia College, who has hit 4 homers and driven in 12 runs in 3 games. First pitch, he'll swing, hit a high fly to right field, and Jason Speedo comes over towards the foul line and makes the grab for out number 1. So Evans flies out of the first pitch he sees today, and Chris Hunter has set down 4 in a row after issuing a leadoff walk to start the ball game. That'll bring us to the number 6 batter, Josh Presley. Hunter trying to rebound after a couple of tough starts against the Springfield Cardinals. He's pitched against them twice, losing once. Chris's ERA against Springfield, 10.61. It looks good so far. Presley, left-handed slugger without a hit in the series. The first offering is at the knees. A good fastball to get ahead with strike 1. Presley in 7 at-bats, no hit. Walked 1, struck out twice in 2 games. The 0-1, and that's off the outside corner for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Presley with good power to right field. He can also slice it to left. So the outfield plays him straight away, and the 1-1 pitch is fouled in the air over third base, up around the Redbird roost, and just underneath the roost. Capacity here in Springfield listed at 6,750. They can get larger crowds into this ballpark. Decent crowd on hand tonight. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Hunter strikes out his 4th. It's Presley with a fastball for the second out of the second inning. 0-0 score with the 7 batter, Nick Stavinoha, coming up to the plate. Hunter's last outing against the Cardinals was his first game off the disabled list May 17th, losing 8-4. Lasted 4 innings, but gave up 6 runs on 9 base hits. The 6 runs registered the season high against Hunter until his performance against Frisco on June the 1st, allowing 7 runs in just 1/3 of an inning. And he's rebounded since then. Fastball for a strike to Stavinoha makes it 0-1. Stavinoha, right-handed batter. We did not see him yesterday. He was 0 for 3 Saturday night. Hit into 2 double plays. The 0-1, swing and a miss very late on the Hunter fastball. The Cardinals having trouble catching up to. It's 0-2. Stavinoha has struck out 36 times in 42 ball games. Hunter going for his 5th strikeout against the first 7 batters. The 0-2 is hit in the air towards dead center. Hit it very well. Bacon back towards the warning track. Makes the over-the-shoulder catch. And the inning is over. Nice grab by Bacon to end the second inning on the best hit ball of the Cardinals thus far. In fact, it's only the second Cardinal that's put the ball into play. 2 innings in the scorebook. Nothing doing. Nothing score. Heading to the 3rd on Air America Little Rock. KDXE 1380 AM.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Top of the 3rd inning. Nothing ball game. No hits between these teams. Not yet. Chris Hunter has looked very strong, striking out 5 of the first 7 batters he's faced. Meanwhile, the Travelers haven't had a base runner against Stu Pomeranz. 6 up, 6 down. Matt Pauley leads off the 3rd inning. Left-hand batting, first baseman. And the pitch from Pomeranz is a little bit outside for a ball, making a 1-0 count. Pauley followed by David Gates and Dwayne Bacon. 7, 8, and 9 batters. Pomeranz with a 1-0 pitch. And Pauley swings a line drive to deep right field over the head of the right fielder and hitting the top of the wall. Just a single for Pauley as Evans plays it perfectly and fires for the second baseman. And Pauley had to hold. He hit the ball so hard that it got to the top of the fence before Pauley was even 3/4 of the way down the first base line. Matt was about 5 feet away from cracking his 6th AA home run. And he'll settle for the first base hit of this night, bringing up David Gates. Credit Evans with a nice job playing the ball off the padded wall. You don't really get any weird bounces here in Hammond Field unless you hit it to where the gate towards the batting area is, down that right center field area. Pitch to David Gates and fouled at the plate, strike 1. Large clubhouse building residing just past the right field wall, and there's a gate that slides. And it's part of the outfield fence, and that's the only place where you could get a weird count. Right in right center. There goes Pauley running before the pitch. Gates takes a strike, and there's no throw to second base. And so Pauley gets the steal. Pomeranz was just standing there on the mound like a statue frozen by Medusa. Pauley was about 1/3 of the way to second base before Pomeranz even lifted his leg. Steal for Pauly, his first with Arkansas, but Gates in the hole 0-2. Pomeranz delivers. And Gates fouls it at the plate. Went after a changeup, hit it off home, and it dribbled to the Travs on deck circle. Gates yesterday 1 for 3 with a double, a walk. Breaking an 0 for 12 slide, but still 1 for his last 15. Pomeranz is check at second, and the pitch to Gates is pulled on the ground at third, picked up by Washington, looks for the runner back to second, and throws Gates out. Number 9 batter, Dwayne Bacon, will now come up. Once Pauly got to second base, Pomeranz decided to come right inside on Gates and force him to hold the ball, and didn't want him to move Pauly to third. 9 batter Bacon standing in, 2 for 16 on this road trip. Switch hitting center fielder, batting from the left side. Pauly leading away, no one holding. And the first pitch from Pomeranz is a fastball, strike 1. Down inside corner, nice pitch. Bacon batting .213 on the year. 3 home runs, 18 runs driven in. And still no one holding Pauly on, but Bacon has timeout granted by the plate umpire. Cardinals don't show much respect for his power. Bacon does have the 3 homers. Actually, has more power than you would expect. They're playing shallow in the outfield. 0-1. Low slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bacon trying to break through here in the top of the third and get the Travs the lead. Check at Pauly and the 1-1 in the dirt and past Johnson all the way to the screen. Pauly gets third base easily. Pomeranz came to cover the plate as that pitch went right between Johnson's wickets. And they'll charge a pass ball on Johnson. First pass ball on Gabe Johnson this year. 2-1 count, and Chris Maloney decides to play for an out at home. Cardinals infield comes not quite all the way up. They're 1 step behind the cut of the grass. Bacon trying to get some air under the ball, perhaps. Get it out of the infield. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball high, 3-1. Pomeranz has thrown just 3 wild pitches this year. Throwing that kind of knuckle curve he throws, you'd imagine that his catchers have had to work hard. Still from the stretch with Pauly at third. The 3-1. Bacon swings and misses. Pomeranz put a little tail on that fastball as it dove away from Dwayne's bat. Count full. Aaron Peel on the on-deck circle. Bacon, no RBIs on this road trip. Dwayne with only 2 against the Cardinals. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up back this way. That's over our head. And still a full count on Bacon. Pauly started the inning with a line drive to the top of the right field wall. Just got a single out of it. But then he stole second base with no throw. Went to third on the pass ball. And 1 away, the infield in. Outfield also playing shallow. Pomeranz 3-2. Walked him with a high fastball. So Bacon takes the base on balls. And to the top of the order we go with Aaron Peel. 18th walk against Pomeranz in 73 innings. Last year he had walked 40 batters. In just under 100 AA innings, so he's cut his walks down. He didn't walk his first batter till the 9th man he faced. Here's Peel, fouled out to first base, starting the game. See if Bacon is running. He's got a good lead. And the first pitch he stays with Peel chopped over the third baseman's head. No, a nice play by Washington. Throw to second, out, relay to first. Out! Beautiful play. A Baltimore chop. Washington got that one at the very tippy top of his glove and starts the 5-4-3 double play. So the Travelers were set up with first and third, no outs. The double play gets the Cardinals out of it. No runs. One hit. One man left. Going to the bottom of the third. The Cardinals nothing and the Travelers nothing. This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah. I'm a burrito in every
Most Burritos, 2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's at North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has two convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Park Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the Yellow Pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Moving to the bottom of the third inning here at Hammond Field as the Travelers leave a runner at third base. In the top half, Aaron Peel bouncing into the 5-4-3 double play, the 6th time he's hit into a twin killing this year. Bad timing for that as well. Gabe Johnson leads off the third, and Chris Hunter gets a slider over the plate for a strike. Hunter in the first 2 innings has already established a new season high with 4 strikeouts. The 0-1 to Johnson. And the fastball in the dirt, 1-1. Johnson followed by the 9-batter, Jarrett Hoffpauir. And then Mike McCoy, shortstop, will be batting third in the inning. Reid Gorecki will bat if anyone reaches. 1-1 count to Johnson. Chris delivers. And it's hit in the air, straightaway center, very high. Drifts towards right center field. Dwayne Bacon covers the ground and makes the catch in front of Jason Espedo for out number 1. Johnson with a swing at a high fastball. And he got underneath that. More of a pop-up, really, than a drive towards center. Number 9 batter, Jarrett Hoffpauir, now stands in. Hoffpauir was the final batter that yesterday's Travelers starter, Rafael Rodriguez, faced. Rafi hit him with a fastball following Johnson's first home run of the year. Here's a pitch, and Hoffpauir grounds to second. Rodlin makes the play cleanly and throws Hoffpauir out. 2 quick gone here in the third. To the top of the Cardinal order, and Mike McCoy. Traveler fans, don't forget, you got the Texas League All-Star Game coming your way. Tuesday, June the 20th at Raywinder Field. Tickets still on sale. 664-1555, the number to dial. Go to Travs.com for more information. Texas League All-Star Game brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Mike McCoy takes a pitch inside for a ball, top of the Cardinal order. McCoy the only man to reach. Hunter walked him to start the bottom of the first, but he's retired 8 in a row. The 1-0 is a fastball outside, ball 2. Now, the second time through the order is where the Cardinals have started to get to the Travs, especially yesterday. The 2-0 to McCoy, and he chops the third. Brown is there for the one-hop play, and from the infield grass he flips across. And Chris Hunter has sent down 9 batters in a row. 3 innings in the book, nothing going. Nothing score going to the 4th. This is Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380.
was your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Company, Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Get out today and hit the link. Stone Lake. Stone Lake's golf course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lakes has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lakes features reasonable green speed and 18 lake-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lakes or visit online at stonelakes.net.
Leading the way and supporting the troops.
Yet opposing the war.
Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
You have Arkansas Federal Credit Union and Comcast. Kids will run the bases after the game and receive a free gift courtesy of Gator Park. Saturday, beach towel night for the first 1,000 paid adults at Free Trav's 100th season beach towel, courtesy of Mountain Valley Water, Snapple, and KARK. Kids will run the bases after Saturday's game as well. Well, at Raywinder Field this weekend. Eric Rodlin leads off, took a fastball inside. Stu Pomeranz next pitch is rolled to the second baseman, Jarrett Hoffpauir. One second baseman throws out the other, and Rodlin is 0 for 2. After fouling out in the first inning, this will bring up Brandon Wood. Wood 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the first inning. Brandon with 2 base hits in this series. A single on the infield on Saturday and a line drive home run yesterday. Lined up in the pitch. Fastball high, 1-0. Wood over the road trip, 6 for 25. 4 of his 6 hits have gone for extra bases, couple of homers and 2 doubles. The 1-0 is also outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on the Travelers shortstop Wood with a 0-0 score in the top of the 4th. Very well pitched first 3 innings. The 2-0 delivery. Wood swings, line drive, fair down the left field line. Going over the corner, Nick Stavinoha cuts it off. He'll throw to second base. The throw will not be in time as Wood slides in with his league-leading 24th double. Pomeranz had missed high and away to Wood twice and came inside, and Wood was ready for it, turning on the fastball and lifting it hard over the third baseman. Stavinoha came up throwing with a nice, accurate throw to second base, but Wood had second base all the way. Where the Travs left the runner at third base last inning, they get another opportunity to score here in the 4th. Matt Brown stands in. Pomeranz will check on Wood with Hoffpauir holding, and the pitch to Brown. Swinging a line drive deep to the corner and left with hooking foul. Home run distance, but foul by a good 50 feet. So Brown sitting on a first pitch fastball just a little bit too far in front. Brown 0 for 1. He flied out in the second inning. The 0-1 pitch. And there's a slider inside. Close one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brown 3 for 9 in the series. No RBIs. Second on the ball club, driving in 29. Wood with a 5-step lead from second. Hoffpauir 6 feet off the bag. The pitch, swing and a miss as Pomeranz loads up on a fastball and got it to 93 miles an hour on the AT&T Yahoo high-speed radar gun. Pomeranz hasn't been throwing in the 90s much today, mostly in the mid to high 80s. But if he wants to dial it up, it looks like he can. Count 1-2 on Brown. Into the stretch, Pomeranz. The pitch. Soft breaking ball. Back to the mound it goes. Played by Pomeranz. Wood will advance, so still goes to first. And that's out number 2. Pomeranz had Wood hung up between third and second if he wanted it. Ball hit pretty hard by Brown. Pomeranz lunged out towards first base for the ball. And when he caught the ball, it took a very quick glance at second base, but almost as if his body told him, look at second base or don't throw. Because if he was really looking, he might have seen Wood 10 feet off the bag. So Wood at third for Bobby Wilson. And from the stretch, Pomeranz deals, swinging a line drive deep left center. That is in, a base hit. Wood will score to make it 1-0. Wilson stumbles around first. He'll try for second. Left fielder Stavinoha throws. He's out. Wilson's stumble around first may have cost him a double. He'll get credit for a single, with the out at second base going 7-4. But Bobby Wilson's base hit drove home Brandon Wood, and the Travelers take a 1-0 lead. 1 run, 2 hits, nobody left on. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. The Travelers strike first. It's their first lead since the first inning yesterday. 1-0 Arkansas on Air America Little Rock, 1380.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
Coca-Cola isn't Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sports Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sports Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Moving into the bottom of the fourth inning here at Hammons Field. Travelers 1, Cardinals nothing. Arkansas takes the lead at the top of the fourth inning. Bobby Wilson line drive single to left center, but Nick Stavinoha made a very nice play and threw him out trying to stretch it into a double. Stavinoha should go over and thank first base for jumping up and biting Wilson's foot on his way around the back. Reid Gorecki leads off the fourth. Chris Hunter from the windup delivers a pitch, and it is outside, a ball, 1-0. But Hunter in the first 3 innings has been masterful, setting down 9 in a row following a leadoff walk in the first. Gorecki was the first out, striking out in the first inning. And the 1-0 fastball is over the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gorecki 2 for 9 in the series, striking out 3 times. Good speed. Brown in at third a little, the 1-1. Fastball at the letters, a called strike, 1-2. Brown now backs up behind third base. Takes away the chance of the bunt. Gorecki with a pigeon-toed stance. Bends the knees, and here's the 1-2. Down and inside with a Hunter change-up, and it's an even 2-2 count. Hunter holds the ball in his glove as he gets the sign, puts the glove up around his left breast, crooks it in a little bit. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball inside, 3-2. Chris wears the socks all the way up to his knees. In fact, he's the only Traveler today wearing the knee-high socks. A little 3-2 pitch coming. Fastball fouled off. Gorecki reaching out for that pitch and poking it over the first base roof. And the count stays full. Contrast the Travelers, who only have Hunter wearing their socks up to the knee. Every single Cardinal has the knee-high socks. It's a franchise, or it's a team-wide rule for Maloney. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. Back on it, Espedo towards the corner. Plenty of room. And Espedo makes the catch 5 feet in fair ground for the first out. 10 in a row retired by Hunter, and Gorecki is 0 for 2. Now Juan Richardson will come up. Chris Hunter skipped over Double-A last year following 21 starts at Rancho Cucamonga. There had been a vast amount of injuries at Triple-A, and the Angels did not want to upset the Double-A rotation during the playoff run, so Hunter got the first crack at Triple-A. First pitch up high to Richardson for a ball, 1-0. It was nice for Chris, being that he went to AAA Salt Lake, and that's around his hometown. The 1-0 to Richardson, and it's also high again, ball 2, 2-0. Hunter starting this year back at Double-A, where the Angels would have liked to send him to start this season. 1-5 record, 780 earned run average. Only a couple of quality starts, but he looks great today. The 2-0 to Richardson. He'll chop foul outside third. And after a fastball and got too far above it, 2-1 the count. Richardson caught looking in the first inning. Gave the plate umpire Macias a few looks. He had thought he'd been hit on the back elbow by a fastball, but instead it was called foul. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball, strike at the letters, 2-2. Pitcher's getting the high strikes today. And if you keep getting those high strikes, go after him. Now the 2-2 to Richardson. He swings and chops to the hole at short. Brandon Wood can't get there, just past his glove. And a one-out single for Juan Richardson. That's the first base hit for the Cardinals, and it comes in the fourth. Wood was just about a foot away from making that play. Had a lot of ground to cover on a ball that was hit pretty well, skipping along towards that hole. Richardson with his third base hit of the series. And now Washington standing in. Washington, it was 2 for 3 Saturday, 0 for the last 5. And the pitch to the lefty. There's a fastball outside, 1-0. Travs leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning, but the Cardinals hit their first base runner since the first inning on Richardson's single and have their top batter at the plate. Washington, however, struck out of the first. Hunter's 1-0. It's a changeup in the dirt, but bounced off Wilson's check protector behind him, giving Richardson second base. That'll be a wild pitch. Only the third wild pitch thrown by Chris this year. Held on to that changeup too long, and it bounced off the plate. Wilson did get a glance on the ball, but it skipped away. Back to the backstop, and no chance for the play at second base. Washington, 52 RBIs. The 2-0 pitch hit in the air, deep right field. Going back, Espedo looking up. It is gone. It is onto the office building for the Springfield Cardinals, and Washington, on his 13th home run of the year, has given the Cardinals a 2-1 lead. A no-doubt shot by Washington. The Cardinals have homered for the 8th time in 3 games in the series. Well, Hunter had fallen behind 2-0. And then tried to get a fastball by Washington, but when Rico Washington is expecting a fastball and it comes right down to the middle of the plate, here at this level of Double-A, it's tough. Because Washington is showing that he's a little bit better than your average Double-A ball player. 13th home run for Washington, tying him with Gorecki for the Springfield lead. RBIs 53 and 54. Putting him 4 in front of Joe Kashansky and Hunter Pence for the league lead in RBIs. Now Terry Evans chopped the pitch to shortstop. Backhand by Wood. His throw, and a nice play by Matt Pauley. He had to shuffle his feet, took his left foot off the bag, put his right foot on it, and made the catch down the first base line for out number 2. So Evans going after 2 pitches, flying out and grounding out. Hopefully his roller coaster is on the way down, at least for the rest of this series. But 2 runs in for the Cardinals on the homer by Washington. The only 2 hits of the game for the Springfield Cardinals will come here in the 4th. Now the batter, Presley, and Hunter's pitch low, ball 1. Hunter's now allowed 9 home runs, 5 in his last 3 starts. Presley struck out in the second, 0 for 8 in the series. The Hunter 1-0 is low, ball 2. A dangerous 2-0 count. Presley has his 2 homers in 26 games. And the 2-0 pitch. Chopper along the line at first, bouncing foul where Matt Pauley touches it. Strike 1. Springfield yesterday, all 5 homers were solo. The day before that, Evans hit 2 homers. 3-run shot, 2-run homer. And now Washington's home run here in the 4th, a 2-run homer. That's 12 runs coming on homers for the Cardinals this series. The 2-1 pitch, Presley a check swing, ground ball to third, chops up towards Brown. He'll backhand it and fire for the out. So the 4th inning is over, but the Cardinals bring home 2 runs on the Washington long ball, 2 hits, and nobody left. Heading into the 5th, the Cardinals now with the lead. Springfield 2, the Travelers 1. This is Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Neither team was able to score over the first 3 innings, but then Arkansas and Springfield trade runs in the 4th. The problem was the Travelers got 1 run and the Cardinals got 2. Jason Espino leads off the 5th against Stu Pomeranz. Pomeranz from the windup, he'll deliver. And Espino hits a high fly ball right field, not deep, as Terry Evans coming in a few feet and settles underneath it, reaches up and brings it in. Espino first out of the 5th inning on 1 pitch. That'll bring up Matt Pauley. Pauley collected the first base hit of the game, leading off the 3rd with a shot to the right field corner. Ball banged off the fence, and he only got a single out of it. A pitch, up high, ball 1. Pauley has had previous success against Stuart Pomeranz this year. A couple of RBI doubles against him on May 17th. The 1-0 fastball is lined right to the center fielder, Gorecki, and he's there to bring in out number 2. A solid line drive for Pauley off of Pomeranz. He certainly has Stewart figured out. But Pomeranz has thrown only 3 pitches here in the 5th inning and has recorded 2 outs. And David Gates will come up next. Gator grounded out in the third inning, and he's 0 for 1. Over the series, 1 for 4. Does have the power to tie this game. He's homered 4 times. First pitch. Gates takes a strike on the low outside corner. And it's 0-1 for Pomeranz, who still hasn't struck a batter out. Pomeranz about to go to the windup, but stepped off. Came into this game with 45 strikeouts and 71 in the third inning. Not big-time totals. 0-1 to Gates. Swing and a high fly, shallow left. Shortstop McCoy wants that one. He's underneath it, 10 feet to the outfield, and an easy inning as McCoy brings in the final out. Only 5 pitches thrown by Pomeranz for his third perfect inning of the evening. Bottom of the fifth on the way. Cardinals 2, Travelers 1 on Air America Little Rock, 1380.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Tick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Tick, it's always the best. We both cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lit, hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Tick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Tick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Tick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Tick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the cafe?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Traveler Baseball moving into the bottom of the fifth inning here at Hammond Field. Phil Elson on the air on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. Back at the studios, Brad Hicks and Randy Nash in Sherwood. The Travs down by a 2-1 score. Rico Washington's 2-run homer coming in the fourth inning, the difference so far. Chris Hunter having a fine first 4 innings with the exception of the 2-0 fastball that Washington hit over the right field fence. Only the 2 base hits off Hunter with a season-high 4 strikeouts. Starts off the fifth by missing high to Nick Stavinoha, ball 1. Hunter's thrown 57 pitches now through the 4 innings. And should be able to go through the next couple, hopefully. A 1-0 is in there for a strike with a slider, 1-1. Checking scores around the Texas League with a particular eye on the game at Tulsa. Big game in the standings as far as the Cardinals are concerned. The 0-1 is fouled back. A late swing by Stavinoha. It's back over the screen off the railing behind the plate. And back to the first level. 1-2 to count on Stavinoha, who flied out in the second. Wichita uses a 5-run third inning, and the Wranglers grab a 6-3 lead at Tulsa. Here's a 1-2. Stavinoha chops off the plate, stays fair down the third base line. Brown bare hands and holds. Infield hit for Stavinoha. Can't tell you how many times a base hit like that has happened, not just against the Arkansas Travelers, but against Hunter in specific. Hunter may not be having the best year, but he's also been a bad luck pitcher. The rally started against him 2 starts ago on a broken bat single where he made a great 2-strike pitch. And here, he jammed Stavinoha on a 1-2 pitch. Stavinoha somehow bounced it off the plate, and it hugged the third base line and stayed fair. Now it's Gabe Johnson, the 8-hitter, and the first pitch was a slider that missed a little high, ball 1. course, part of the job of pitching is coming back from those situations where even though you make a good pitch, you'll allow a base runner. Nobody out. Short lead is first by Stavinoha. And here's a 1-0. Stavinoha runs, a swing and a ground ball up the middle. Rodland stops it behind second, wheels around and throws to first to get a beautiful out. But he did not get the fourth out at second. He couldn't get it. He stopped that ball about 4 feet behind second base with Stavinoha sliding into the bag at the same time. But a beautiful play by Rodland to at least keep Johnson at second base and get the first out of the inning. Now, you say that's the case where the hit and run kept the Cardinals out of the double play, but the hit and run probably led to the out at first base. Rodland covering at second, and so he's moving before the pitch was delivered, and that meant he was able to get to that ball because of the hit and run. Hits to Hoffpauir, pulled foul on the ground, strike one. Hoffpauir grounded out in the third inning, and is 6 for his last 36. More out of that game in Tulsa. Joe Kashansky of the Drillers, Tulsa first baseman, tied Hunter Pence for the league lead with his 16th home run. I believe that's 3 games in a row. The 0-1 to Hoffpauir, down and in to the right-hander, 1-1. Hoffpauir's driven in 17 runs this year. He's batting .240. Chris Hunter sets, forgets about the runner. The pitch is hit in the air towards right field. Slicing away from Espedo. Running out, makes the catch. Plants his feet, fires to second with Stavinoha hustling back into the bag. Nice play by Espedo. And that's out number 2. Taking a couple of fine plays by Traveler fielders to get 2 outs in this inning. That also is a part of pitching, relying on your fielders to get the job done. Now with 2 outs, we'll go to the top of the Cardinals order. And we'll go through the rest of those Texas League scores quickly. Corpus Christi has tied San Antonio with 2 runs in the bottom of the second. Missions and Hooks, 2-2 score in the fourth. J.R. House, home run number 6. And Frisco, 2, Midland nothing after 3 innings. Here's a pitch to McCoy. Takes it high, ball 1. McCoy walked in the first, stole second, but was stranded. And McCoy grounded out in the third inning. He's 0 for 1. Right-hand batter, choking up. Small strike zone. The 1-0 is outside, ball 2. Springfield leading 2-1. Rico Washington, a 2-run homer in the fourth inning. Travs got their lone tally on the Bobby Wilson RBI single in the fourth. But he was thrown out trying to stretch it to a double. Hunter's 2-0 to McCoy. Swinging a hard ground ball to the left side. Diving stop by Wood. Can't get the out at first as he holds onto the ball, but he saves a run. Stavinoha moves to third base on the play, and McCoy is credited an infield single. Heads-up play by Wood, knowing that he may not have had a play at first base, but at the very least, he could knock that ground ball down and at least save a run for the moment, hoping that Hunter can retire Reid Gorecki. So the fourth base hit for the Cardinals, the second of the inning. Both hits here in the fifth have been infield singles. Stavinoha's bouncer to lead off the inning to third base. No throw on that play. And the same thing here in the fifth, but instead McCoy's ground ball was stopped at short by Wood. Gorecki, the batter, 0 for 2. It struck out and fly to right field. And the pitch is high from Chris Hunter, ball 1. Gorecki now 2 for 10 in this series. 2 runs batted in. A hole opened on the right side of the infield as the right-hander Hunter sets. And the pitch is a fastball for a strike at the letters. 1-1. Cards at the corners, 2 outs. Stavinoha at third base. 2 steps off the line. And the runner at first, McCoy, 3 feet off. There goes McCoy. The pitch is high. The throw to second by Wilson. The tag, not in time. Stolen base for McCoy is 15th. Stavinoha holding at third base on the second steal of the game for McCoy, his 16th of the year, pardon me. Good throw by Wilson. And a better break on the pitch by McCoy. So it's second and third for the Cardinals. And they have a chance to get out to a 3-run lead. 2 balls, 1 strike on Gorecki. And now Paulie can play off the line and deep behind first. The kick, and Hunter's 2-1. He missed low and outside, ball 3. Richardson on deck. 36 runs batted in this year. And a nose for the 2-out RBI. Dangerous 3-1 count to Gorecki, a power hitter. The pitch comes, and he hits it in the air to shallow right. Easy play for Espedo, drifting to the foul line. Foul territory, makes the catch, and that'll end the 5th inning. So Hunter pitches around the 2 infield singles for a scoreless 5th, leaving 2 men on. We'll go into the 6th inning, and it's Springfield 2 and the Travelers 1. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we've had a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3. We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists. Oh, here's mine. Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding. Oh, do I win? Well, actually, you probably lose. What?
lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation. Remodel your home. Or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
5 quick innings in the books as we go into the 6th here at Hammond Field with the Cardinals ahead of the Travs by a score of 2-1. Bill Elson with you here. We're getting into the middle of the 3rd game of this 5-game set. 4th game tomorrow, 7:10 first pitch. Dwayne Bacon leads off the 6th against Stu Pomeranz, who threw only 5 pitches to get the outs he needed last inning. Bacon walked in the 3rd, but was forced out as part of a double play. First delivery is low from Pomeranz and a 1-0 count. 9-batter Bacon, followed by the top of the order. Aaron Peel and Eric Rodlin will follow. The windup and the 1-0. He's outside, ball 2. Checking Major League scores. Angels today starting at 9:05 Central, hosting the Kansas City Royals. Urban Santana, former Traveler, at 5-3, taking on Bobby Keppel. Pomeranz misses high with a 2-0 fastball. 3-0 the count. Angels at 27-35, last in the West. Royals at 16-45, last in the world. Pitch to Bacon, outside, ball 4. Takes his 2nd walk of the night. Leadoff man aboard for the Travs. Here comes Aaron Peel. Short schedule in the major leagues. Only 3 games in progress in the junior circuit. White Sox 8, Texas 3 at the top of the 8th inning. A.J. Pierzynski, Sox. Rod Barajas, a home run for the Rangers. Here's Peel. Throw to first is not in time. Tampa Bay 2-1 at Detroit, top of the 8th. Jorge Cantu, a homer, his 2nd. Peel 0 for 2, hit into a double play last time with a big Baltimore chop to the 3rd baseman Washington, who made a nice play. Throw to first. Bacon back again, just ahead of the tag from Richardson. Speaking of Baltimore, the Orioles leading Toronto 5-3, 7th inning at Rogers Center. 2 homers by Blue Jay outfielder Alex Rios. He's got 14. Bacon out to a big lead. The stretch. Long pause by Pomeranz. He's not going to throw a pitch. Peel will back out. Time is called. When Bacon walked in the 3rd inning, it set up 1st and 3rd for Peel with 1 out. And a perfect situation to have Bacon try to steal or a hit and run before they could be called. And there goes Bacon running. It's a strike. He took it, but throw to second. The tag not in time. And the tag was very late after Bacon had already slid in with his 19th steal of the year. 0-1 to Peel. Bacon now leading the league all by himself with 19 steals, 1 ahead of Hook center fielder Josh Anderson. Could have been a straight steal all the way. Nobody out. Still a chance to tie the game here in the 6th inning. Corners guard the bunt. Second baseman Hoffpauir 1 step to right field. The shortstop McCoy holds on Bacon. The 0-1 to Peel is chopped to short. Bacon will try for 3rd. There won't be a throw to 3rd. McCoy backhands the chopper and throws to Richardson and gets the out on Peel by half a step. So Bacon able to advance on the ground out to short, setting up a sacrifice fly situation for Eric Rodland. The infield plays in. Cardinals want to protect this 2-1 lead in the 6th inning. Rodland 0 for 2. Fly to left and grounded out. First pitch. They'll take it outside. Ball 1. Rodland has not driven in a run in this road trip. In fact, he's only 3 for 26. A 1-0 from Pomeranz. Rodland swings a high fly ball, deep center, going back to Gorecki, measures it in front of the track and makes the catch. He loads up and fires. Bacon coming home, and he will score. The sacrifice fly by Rodland makes it a 2-2 tie. RBI number 24 for the All-Star second baseman. A run coming straight off the assembly line. Bacon walks, steals second, moves to 3rd and a ground out, and scores on a sacrifice fly. Now Brandon Wood bats and takes low from Pomeranz, ball 1. Wood 1 for 2, a double in the 4th inning, and scored the previous Traveler run on the Bobby Wilson single. 1-0 pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. Checking the National League, Colorado has a 4-2 lead at Washington in the 8th. Milwaukee and Cincinnati have played to a 5-5 tie. Top of the 8th inning at Cincy. 2-0 to Wood. High 3-0. 2 homers for the Brewers. Carlos Lee is 21st. Prince Fielder hit his 11th. The 3-0. Wood will take high again, ball 4. Walk number 3 issued by Stuart Pomeranz, second of this inning, and that'll bring a visit from Blaze Ilsley. No, that is Chris Maloney jogging out, I believe. No, that's Ilsley. Don't get a good angle here from the press box to see what their numbers or back of the jerseys say. That's Ilsley, who didn't walk out of the dugout. He sprinted out. A reminder, Traveler fans, that Arkansas Traveler Baseball comes back to Raywinter Field this Thursday to start a 4-game homestand against the Wichita Wranglers. Giveaways Friday and Saturdays for adults. Texas League All-Star Cap Friday night for the first 1,000, brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Trav's Beach Towels for the first 1,000 adults on Saturday from Mountain Valley Water, KARK, and Snapple. Matt Brown at the plate. A quick visit to the hill. The pitch down and in, ball 1. Father's Day baseball on Sunday, brought to you by AARP. Valid membership card gets you in for free on Sunday's ball game. If you just bring your church, pull it into the ballpark, you'll get in for just $6 with the entire family. Fathers and sons invited to play catch on the field after the game Sunday. Moms and daughters welcome, too. The 1-0 to Brown is a strike, 1-1. 2-2 score here in the sixth inning as the Travelers tie the game on the Eric Rodland sacrifice fly. Brown 0 for 2, is fly to center and hit to the mound. Large gap on the right side of the infield with Wood leading away from first. The 1-1 pitch is ripped toward third and caught on the line by Rico Washington to end the sixth inning. So the Travelers tie the game with no base hits, 1 run, no hits, couple of walks, a sacrifice fly, and 1 man left. Going to the bottom of the sixth inning, Travelers 2, Cardinals 2 on Air America Little Rock, 1380.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always follows the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the sixth inning now at Hammond Field. Travelers have tied the game thanks to a sacrifice fly from Eric Rodland at the top of the sixth inning. Chris Hunter back on the hill after 5 innings of work, surrendering 4 base hits and both runs earned. He's walked only 1, struck out 4. Working on one of his better outings of the season. Hunter's best outing this year came in a 2-1 loss at Frisco on May 22nd. Gave up 2 runs in 7 innings on 8 base hits. 7 innings the next time out. Gave up 4 runs on 11 hits. And today, Chris Hunter seems to have most of his stuff working very well. Juan Richardson leads off the 6th inning against Hunter. Going through the 3, 4, and 5 batters. First offering of the frame is in there for a strike. Richardson called out on strikes in the first inning, but singled and scored in the 4th. The 0-1 to the righty. There's a low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Richardson's single in the 4th inning was the first base hit for the Cardinals, as Hunter had walked the first man he'd faced, McCoy, but then set down 10 in a row. The 1-1 to Richardson. Swings, hits a high fly ball to deep right field. Espedo sprinting back to the warning track at the wall. It is gone. Just got over the 330 marking in the right field corner. Richardson's second home run in 2 games gives the Cardinals a 3-2 lead. Well, the Cardinals just have the home run bug in this series, don't they? Home run number 9 for the Springfield Cardinals. 13th of the year for Richardson, and his second base hit off Hunter. He waited on that fastball and drove it to the right field corner. Now it's Rico Washington, who brought home the other 2 Cardinal runs with a homer in the 4th. Hunter's delivery is outside, ball 1. Second start over the last 4 for Hunter that he's given up a pair of home runs. The 1-0 to Washington, and that one's high, ball 2. Hunter struck Washington out of the first inning, but then fell behind him 2-0 in the 4th, and Washington is waiting for a fastball. Here's another 2-0 pitch. swing and a high fly to deep right. Esposito back, warning track, dive. He caught that ball. What a catch by Jason Esposito. He is slow getting up off the warning track, gets to his knees after knocking the wind out of his chest. What a grab by Jason Esposito. The Springfield fans get to their feet and give Esposito a standing ovation. Jason made possibly the catch of the year. That would not have been a home run. It would have hit the base of the fence. A long line drive by Richardson deep towards the right field gap. Esposito was the only one who had a try for that ball, and just before it got over his head, it was half leap, half dive, all effort as he laid himself out and falls right on his chest to make a beautiful catch. 2 stars for Jason Esposito on that play. Now it's Terry Evans in there, and Hunter hits his ankle with a fastball. So Evans will take it down the first base line, walking slowly. Well, Evans has only seen 3 pitches today. Flying out on the first one, grounding out on the second, and getting hit on the third. That'll give Esposito a little bit more time to catch his breath. And he may need a little bit more time to catch his breath. He had nothing to break his fall on the warning track, which is considerably harder than the grass. 1 out, 1 on. Josh Presley, the batter. Presley 0 for 2, big lefty. And Hunter will step off. I'll tell you, it has taken some great defensive plays by the Travs the last 2 innings to get the out. Eric Rodlin with a nice diving play behind second base. Esposito made a nice running catch in the 5th inning as well. A pitch out, nothing doing with Evans holding at first base. You got to watch out for Evans. He stole a base yesterday without anyone throwing to third. And in the Florida State League, Evans stole 21 bases in 22 attempts. It's only a 1-run game with Springfield leading 3-2. Evans not going on the 1-0, and it's a fastball for a strike from Chris Hunter. Presley, a strikeout of the second, a ground out in the 4th. Still no hits in the series and 9 at-bats. That looks like a toothpick in his hand as he opens the stance up on the left side. Hunter turns to first and throws, but not in time. Evans back in. Juan Richardson leading this 6th inning off with a home run to right. Cardinals have scored all 3 runs on homers today. They scored 5 on homers yesterday. A 1-1 count on Presley. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. No one warming up in the Traveler bullpen at the moment. Hunter still deserves the opportunity to see how far he can take this one. They need to make an adjustment against some of the Cardinal batters that have begun to figure him out a little. At the belt, Hunter 2-1 with Evans running is high, and Wilson's throw, the tag, he is safe. Another good throw by Bobby Wilson for the 3rd stolen base for the Cardinals today, and the 2nd for Terry Evans in 2 games. Very rare that you have 3 stolen bases against Bobby Wilson, one of the more accurate throwing catchers in the league. So it's 3-1 on Presley with first base open, and the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Hunter just trying for that outside edge against Presley. That last one was right on the black. Nick Stavinoha in the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. Hunter trying for the 2nd out of the 7th inning. Pardon me, the 6th inning. A step away from the mound. And a long look at Terry Evans leading from second base. 3-2 count. Hunter with only 1 walk and 1 hit batter. The pitch to Presley. Tapper foul outside first. Went after a changeup. And may have just swung at ball 4. The Cardinals winning yesterday and drawing within 2 of first-place Tulsa. And the fact that the Cardinals finish off the last 6 games at home, there's a feeling here at Hammond that Springfield still could win this first half. Tap at a shortstop, backhand by Wood. He'll drop it, recover, and throw, and still get the out. Presley not running full throttle down the first base line. Wood took his eye off that ball a split second while Evans scampered into third base. But thankfully it does not cost him the out. Joe Cunningham, a couple of words for Presley as he gets back into the dugout. Presley saw that Wood had a rather easy play just to the left of second base on a 2-bouncer. Didn't expect him to drop it out of his glove. 2 outs, man at third is Evans. Hunter will go from the windup against Stavinoha. Here's the kick and the pitch, and Stavinoha hits a high fly ball into straightaway center. Dwayne Bacon has to come in for that one, and he does, and he catches out number 3. Cardinals will settle for just a leadoff homer by Richardson, their only hit of the inning. They strand Evans at third base. After 6, it's 3-2 Springfield. Going into the 7th on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
Bush isn't the disease. Bush is a symptom.
Welcome to the cure.
Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
6 innings in the scorebook here at Hammond Field in Springfield. Cardinals have a 3-2 lead. Here are your totals after 6. For the Travelers, it's 2 runs, a 3-base hit. No errors. Arkansas stranding 2. Springfield, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, leaving only 3 men on base. Stu Pomeranz remaining in the game. He's thrown only 64 pitches over the first 6 innings of the game. Bobby Wilson leads off the 7th. First pitch of the frame is low, ball 1. Wilson, Espedo, and Pauly here in the 7th inning. The 5, 6, and 7 batters to face Pomeranz. Allowed 2 runs on only 3 hits. Wilson takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Bobby Wilson is 1 for 2. RBI single in the 4th inning, drove in Brandon Wood, but he was pegged at second base trying to stretch it to a double. The wind up, the 1-1 is all the way to the screen on a fastball that skipped up to the plate. Ball 2, 2-1. Wilson's average hovering at 305. Leading Arkansas, 3 homers and 24 runs batted in. Here's the 2-1 to Wilson, and that's a high fastball, 3-1. Pomeranz has walked only 1 batter over the first 5 innings, but then allowed 2 walks in the 6th. A leadoff walk to Bacon turned into the game-tying run, where the Cardinals took the lead on the Richardson homer to start the bottom of the 6th. Wilson, a wild cut at a 3-1 fastball. Actually, a 3-1 changeup. And he just fouled it straight back. He was a good 2 feet in front of it and somehow still made contact. And now it's a full count, and Pomeranz still searching for his first strikeout of the night. The payoff to Wilson. He swings a high fly foul deep to left field. That's way out of play over a basketball hoop that is set up next to the seating berm in the left field corner. Pomeranz hands over the head. Payoff to Wilson. Went after a slider in the dirt. Swings and misses. Strike 3. Plate umpire said that the tag has to be applied, and Johnson puts the tag on Wilson, but Bobby busy talking with Macias, pleading his case that it should be a foul ball. Couldn't tell from up here, but Macias wins that battle, and that is the first strikeout of the game for Stu Pomeranz. Wilson chased a pitch that was a good foot in front of the plate and maybe a foot outside. And after that slider, or pardon me, the knuckle curveball. So here's a Speedo. And the fastball to Jason is high and away, ball 1. Speedo 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out, and he's made a couple of fine plays in the outfield. The pitch hit in the air towards right field, not deep to the foul line. Evans will not get there, and he goes foul all the way. Hit the front of the bullpen fence along the right field foul line for strike 1 to a Speedo. Speedo steps back in with that open stance. Evans is a little bit shallow in right field. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a tapper past the mound, but played by the shortstop McCoy to the left of second. Winds up and throws to get the out. The Speedo hit that ball halfway solid. It was a little bit in front of an off-speed pitch. Stayed back and got the wrist through just enough to hit that ball solid enough, but it skipped off the rubber, it looked like, and took a bounce towards the shortstop. A lucky break for Pomeranz for the second out of the inning, and now Matt Pauley stands in. Hits to Pauley, a changeup low, ball 1. Pauley has hit the ball solidly twice, once off the right field fence for a single in the 3rd inning, and in the 5th inning lined out to center. Here's a 1-0, and it's pulled on the ground to second. Charging Hoffpauir, fields on the second bounce and throws Pauley out. And a 1-2-3 7th inning for Stuart Pomeranz. They'll stretch him here in Springfield, middle of the 7th inning. The Cardinals 3 and the Arkansas Travelers 2. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
He's been a sports anchor on TV. He's reported on games of the Kansas City Chiefs. He hosts NFL postgame shows week after week. But he still hasn't quit his day job. Gordon Docking is the Chief Executive Officer of St. Mary's Hospital in suburban Kansas City. He's distinguished himself nationally as an innovator in healthcare, impacting the design of the hospitals of tomorrow. But before he was CEO, he was a master's degree student at Webster University. Today, he's an achiever in many walks of life. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
That's sitting on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers has one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, grab souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travs baseball moves into the bottom of the 7th inning. About an hour and 40 minutes after this game started, the Cardinals leading 3-2. Chris Hunter has returned for his 7th inning of work, and he'll go to work against Gabe Johnson and fire inside for a ball. A 1-0 count to the leadoff batter of the 7th. Hunter, over the first 6 innings, has scattered 5 hits, but he's allowed 2 homers. All 3 runs coming on the long ball. The 1-0 to Johnson hits the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson is 0 for 2. Slide out to center and is grounded out to second base. The 1-1 from Hunter. And he flipped a slider up there, but missed a little high. Ball 2. Hoffpauir on deck, then Mike McCoy. Cardinals haven't sent more than 5 batters to the plate in 1 inning, as Johnson puts a big swing on the ball but flies lazy to center field, and Bacon is there for the out, 1 away. Check of the Texas League scores here on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. With the eye on the game at Driller Stadium. Springfield is 2 games in back of the Cardinals. Springfield is 2 games in back of the Drillers for first place in the Texas League North. And at the moment, the Drillers having problems with Wichita. The Wranglers added to the lead 9-3 with a 3-run 5th inning. Foul ball in the air by Hoffpauir, out of play, strike 1. Billy Butler homering for the Wranglers, his 9th, and Joe Kashansky goes deep for the Drillers, his 16th, to tie Hunter Pence of Corpus Christi for the league lead. 0-1 to Hoffpauir. He swings, grounds outside third, foul, strike 2. Hoffpauir, the 9 batter, is 0 for 2, second base ground out, and a fly to right field. Infield fans out. Hoffpauir with a crouched over stance, choking up an inch. The 0-2 pitch. Low and outside on the slider from Hunter, ball 1. Chris Hunter will have 1 more start in this half of the season. It'll be against Wichita. The 1-2. Fastball inside, 2-2. Updating a little news for the Travs. Bobby Zimmerman taken off the disabled list today. He's been sitting on the DL a little less than a month ago with a little bit of stiffness in his shoulder. Hoffpauir pulls a ground ball to third, backhand by Brown, deep behind the line. His throw in time for the out. Paulie had to step off the base, pick that ball out of the dirt, and then go back and step on the bag. But Brown got rid of the ball so quickly that Paulie had the time he needed to make that little shuffle of the feet. Really nice play by both Brown and Paulie. And Brown showed that he had trust in Paulie to make that play by sacrificing a little bit of accuracy to get rid of it quickly. Mike McCoy stands in. Hunter trying for a perfect 7th inning. Delivery, swing and a miss, strike 1. McCoy getting his 4th plate appearance at the top of the order. He has walked, grounded out, reached on an infield single, stolen 2 bases, but has not scored. Here's an 0-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt, 1-1. Other Texas League scores at Corpus Christi and San Antonio still tied in the 6th inning, 2-2. And Frisco scored in the bottom of the 4th to take a 3-2 lead against Midland. And they're in the 5th inning of the moment. The 1-1 is outside to McCoy, ball 2. 2-1. Springfield leading 3-2 here in the last of the 7th inning. Rico Washington, a 2-run homer in the 4th. Juan Richardson, a solo shot of the 6th. The pitch is lofted into right field. Espedo charging, has to play it on a bounce. And a 1-out single for Mike McCoy. That'll be the 6th base hit for the Cardinals. Travelers coming with a run in the 4th inning. Brandon Wood, a 1-out double. Wilson, a 2-out single. Dwayne Bacon led off the 6th inning with a walk. Stole second, went to third on a flyout, and scored on Eric Rodland's sacrifice fly. Here's Reid Gorecki. Gorecki is 0 for 3. 2 flies to right field and a strikeout. Man at first is McCoy. He has stolen 2 bases. And here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. McCoy was 5 for 28 over the month of June until Saturday night. Now in this series, McCoy is 7 for 12. Hunter calmly working from the stretch. He'll throw to first base. McCoy just got back in, but without sliding. So that's his cue. He could probably take another step on the lead. A little action in the Traveler bullpen. Bill Edwards started to get loose. Another throw to first base, and McCoy lunges back again. Mentioned Zimmerman off the disabled list, meaning that another corresponding move had to be made to make room for Zim. Michel Simard was sent back to Rancho Cucamonga. Here's the 1-0. Gorecki takes a fastball inside. Count 2-0. Simard was used as a long reliever, part-time starter, at least an emergency starter. But the Travs had a 6.42 ERA. Zimmerman had a 9.95 earned run average before he was shelved. The 2-0 to Gorecki. Swing, a high fly foul, popped up out of play on the right side. It gets over the stands, and it'll bounce away from the stands and back into the Cardinal bullpen. You get the sense that Zimmerman had such struggles over the first month and a half of the year because of the shoulder stiffness he was trying to pitch through. And so hopefully Zimmerman will be more effective as he's feeling very healthy now. A 2-1 pitch to Gorecki. McCoy runs, and Gorecki pops it out of play again, deep over the right side. That'll settle into the seats, about 15 rows back. 2-2 count to Gorecki with 2 outs in the last of the 7th inning. Cardinals leading 3-2. Gorecki standing back in, and Hunter throws to first. Well, McCoy has gotten great jumps on Hunter. But Chris hasn't forced McCoy to dive back into the base yet. So McCoy continues to take a 5-set lead. The 2-2, there goes McCoy. It is low. Wilson's throw, and it is not in time. Steal number 3 for Mike McCoy. And it's the 4th steal for the Cardinals today. More or less, they're stealing on the pitcher. Because Wilson has given 4 outstanding throws today. And it also isn't that Hunter isn't trying to keep the runners on base. I mean, he's been throwing over to first. That McCoy quite obviously knows how to steal a base. He's stolen 17, 22 chances. 3-2 pitch to Gorecki. He swings and taps it up the middle. Wood has the play, gloves it in back of short, shuffles his feet and fires and gets the out. And another scoreless inning for Chris Hunter. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. After 7 innings, the Cardinals 3, the Travelers 2. It's Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
No, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linen, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Traveler.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We go to the top of the 8th inning, and the Cardinals leading 3-2 against the Arkansas Travelers. A pitcher's duel tonight in an unlikely place for a pitcher's duel here in Springfield, where Hammond Field is known as a rocket launching facility, and you got the two teams with the highest team ERAs in the league. Springfield at 4.19, the second highest team ERA, and the Travelers at 5.74, by far the highest ERA of any team at Double or Triple A. Chris Hunter and Stu Pomeranz have locked horns, and so far Pomeranz winning the battle. David Gates leads off the 8th. Pomeranz delivers outside for a ball. 7 innings pitched by Stu Pomeranz. And the Tennessee native has allowed only 3 base hits. He gets 1 out in the 8th inning. It'll be his longest appearance of the year. The 1-0 to Gates is up high, ball 2. The Pomeranz has walked 3, struck out only 1. With 3 hits, Paulie single, a Wilson single, and a Brandon Wood double. The pitch to Gates, a liner to short, easy catch. McCoy is there, and that's out number 1. That's the 15th out that Pomeranz has recorded on 3 or less pitches. And he's only faced 27 batters. So he's recorded more than half of his outs with less than 3 pitches. And that's a very impressive record there. Dwayne Bacon standing in. He's been a tough out today. He walked twice. And the pitch from Pomeranz down and inside. Almost hit him on the kneecap. Ball 1. Corners are up. Bacon walked in the 3rd. Walked in the 6th inning. Scored in the 6th. Here's the 1-0. He turns on a ground ball and hits it into right field for a base hit. So Bacon aboard for the 3rd time. There is a little bit of action in the Cardinal pen. Corey Doyne getting ready for the Cardinals. Bacon with the Travs' 4th base hit. Here comes Aaron Peel to the plate. Peel is 0 for 3. Every time Bacon's been on base, Peel has come up and grounded out. Bounced into a double play in the 3rd inning. Bacon stole second before Peel bounced out in the 6th. Bacon a good lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip off the catcher's mask. Strike 1. Three to 2 Springfield here at the top of the 8th inning. Travs have dropped 4 in a row after winning 4 straight. Springfield came into this homestand losers of 9 of 13 games. They're taking 2 in a row from Arkansas. The 0-1 to Peel. And a fastball riding high, ball 1. Both bullpens busy at the moment. Edwards for Arkansas, Doyne for Springfield. Bacon measures his lead, 5 steps. The Pomeranz 1-1 is a pitch out that Peel went after, and he chopped it foul outside first base. Bacon wasn't running on that pitch, so it wasn't a hit and run, but Peel just went after a pitch out, and he almost put it into play. It's pretty rare that you see anybody even chase a pitch out, much less make contact. So Pomeranz will set and deliver a 1-2. Bacon runs. Peel hits a high fly into left field, but foul. And that'll get over the seats and into the berm. Count 1-2 on Peel. Johnson and Pomeranz converge halfway between the mound and the plate in a little strategy session. Bacon running with that last pitch to stay out of the twin killing. Johnson walks back out to the mound, and they'll continue to talk. Well, things slow down in the later innings in a 1-run ball game. Yesterday, Springfield didn't have to worry about anything by the time we got into the eighth. And already led by 10. We're playing a one-run game at the moment. Every pitch matters. Pomeranz back to work. Checking on Bacon as he sets the target on the outside corner. It's another pitch out, but Bacon holds. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peel was sure to lay off that one. Pomeranz never pitched in the 8th inning this year. He went 7 innings, 2 previous that time. 2-2, there goes Bacon. Peel, a check swing and a miss. Bacon back to first, no throw. Peel strikes out on a pitch in the dirt, second strikeout for Stu Pomeranz. Nice job by Johnson blocking that and tagging Peel for the out. And Bacon couldn't really figure out why it was that he stopped about a third of the way to second base. He had a good break on the pitch. Looks like the Cardinals send Ilsley out to the mound. There goes the pitching coach jogging out. They're trying to get Worrell warming up in the bullpen. Now Doyne is down. Worrell starts to warm up. Eric Rodland is due to bat. And then you go to Brandon Wood, Matt Brown, and Bobby Wilson. Each have had solid swings against Pomeranz today. Well, they may be trying to take a little time and then bring in Worrell. So the plate umpire, Macias, goes out to the hill to break things up. Smack on the tuchus from Ilsley to Pomeranz. Let's see if they keep him in. Pomeranz climbs on top of the hill, and he will face Rodland, who drove in the Trav's second run of the 6th to tie the game. But Juan Richardson's solo homer leading off the 6th inning gave the Cardinals this current 3-2 lead. Bacon breaks at the pitch out. He will stop, return to first. Johnson fires to first, but Bacon got back in there. Well, it's a serious game of cat and mouse now between Dwayne Bacon and the Cardinal battery. Now the pitch out's going on the other side of the plate. Bacon takes his lead and goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second. The tag. He is out. Great throw by Johnson, but a better play by the shortstop McCoy. Digging out that throw as Bacon's cleat came right into his glove. The caught stealing ends the inning. It goes 2-6. Just the 6th time this year Bacon's been caught. The Travelers are finished in the 8th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. They'll have only one more chance. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Springfield 3, Arkansas 2 on Air America Little Rock 1380.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try to light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travs make their first pitching change of the night. Bill Edwards has come on to replace Chris Hunter after a fine start by the Traveler righty Hunter. Call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Turn a double play with AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. Make calls and access the net at the same time using just one line. Learn more about it online at the new ATT.com. The new AT&T, your world delivered. Bill Edwards replaces Hunter. Look at the numbers on Hunter in a moment. Edwards appearing in his 24th game of the year with a record of 5-2. First batter, Juan Richardson, will take a curve outside for a ball. Edwards' ERA at 4.37. Coming off a great performance, picking up the victory in the second game of this road trip with 3 shutout innings. Pitch to Richardson, a fastball under his armpit, 2-0. Richardson smacked the third pitch of the 6th inning over the right field wall for a go-ahead homer, and that's why the Cardinals lead at the moment by a 3-2 score. There's a strike from Edwards on the outside corner, 2-1. Richardson is 2 for 3. Singled and scored in the 4th and homered in the 6th. The 2-1, swinging a ground ball to short, backhand by Wood from short left field. His throw is on the money, and that is out number 1. The numbers on Hunter are good. 7 innings, 6 base hits, allowing 3 runs all earned, walking 1, hitting 1 batter, striking out 4, but allowed 2 homers, and that is really all the Cardinals needed. The 2 homers is where all 3 runs came from. Richardson's solo shot on the 6th, and Rico Washington's 2-run homer in the 4th. Washington at the plate now, and Edwards fires a strike on the inside corner. Now Washington has hit the ball hard twice. The homer, and a line drive in the 6th inning. The 0-1 is outside, ball 1. But he only has the 1 base hit because of Jason Espito's sparkling diving catch on the warning track to take away extra bases from Washington in the 6th inning. The 1-1 is low, ball 2. So unfortunately for Hunter, it's another game where he has a fine start, but he'll get at the worst a loss, at the best a no decision. 2-1 is outside, ball 3. But it'll take a comeback effort in the 9th inning. Mark Worrell continues to warm up. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Washington swings, grounds up the middle, chasing Rodlin, makes a sliding play, and quickly gets up to his feet and fires for the out. Rodlin has started to patent that play where he chases it up the middle. And in order to make the play, because his range is a little bit limited going to his right, he slides in order to get his glove down on the ground and pivot all at the same time. And he's got that play down to a T. He gets the ball over to first base very quickly, even though he sort of leaves his feet. Now it's Terry Evans at the plate. First pitch from Edwards, a slider for strike 1. Evans has quieted down after his first 2 games where he was 7 for 8 with 11 RBIs and 4 home runs. 0 for 2 today. 0-1 pitch. And it's low to Evans, 1 ball, 1 strike. Evans hovering over the plate, choking up, open stance, goes after the 1-1 and misses. A curveball from Bill Edwards, and he's ahead of Evans 1-2. When the Travs come to the plate in the 9th inning, it'll be Rodlin, Wood, and Brown against either Stu Pomeranz or Mark Worrell. 1-2 pitch to Evans. Fastball caught him looking on the outside corner. Strike 3. Edwards a 1-2-3-8. Last chance for the Travs coming up at the top of the 9th inning. Springfield 3, the Travelers 2. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Going into the top of the 9th inning, the Cardinals make a pitching change, bringing in Mark Worrell and sitting down Stu Pomeranz. Worrell has saved 15 games this season, ranking second in the Texas League, sporting a 1-4 record to go along with those 15 saves and a 5.27 ERA. There have been a few games where Worrell has not been on, but for the most part, he's had a fine season, striking out 34 batters in 27 1/3 innings, allowing 21 hits and only a .210 batting average against. But 2 outings ago, Worrell took a loss, allowing 4 runs in just 2/3 of an inning, losing to Wichita 8-4. And here he's trying to save the 7th win of the year for Stu Pomeranz. Pomeranz threw just 89 pitches to get through 8 innings. And Chris Maloney pulls him from the ball game, denying him a chance at his first pro career complete game. Pomeranz today worked 8 innings, surrendering only 6 base hits. 2 runs, both of them earned, struck out 2 and walked 3. Pomeranz stemming the tide. He had not pitched very well over his previous 3 outings. So looked very strong today against a struggling offensive Traveler Ball Club. So here's Worrell to go against Eric Rodland. Rodland, Wood, and Brown in the 9th. Rodland with the last RBI for the Travelers. The pitch from Worrell is a fastball for strike 1. If you've seen Worrell pitch, you know he's got one of the more unique pitching motions in the minors. Half sidearm, half submarine. Here's the 0-1. And it's a change-up for a strike on the outside corner. What Worrell does very well is hide the ball. He doesn't have overpowering stuff. His fastball is in the mid-80s, but a good slider, a good changeup, and he's very deceptive. Hides the ball as he sets, and the 0-2 is tapped over the mound, charging shortstop McCoy, gloves on the run, flips on the run, gets the out on Rodland, 1 away. Now, one of the meltdowns for Worrell came at Little Rock on May 19th. The Cardinals carried a 4-run lead into the 9th inning, and Worrell walked 2, hit another batter, allowed 3 hits, including a Greg Porter game-winning grand slam. Got 5 total runs, and Arkansas won that ball game before losing 8 straight. Now it's Brandon Wood standing in, 1 for 2 with a walk, a double, and a run scored. The pitch from Worrell is a fastball at the knees for a strike. Worrell led the minor leagues in saves last year. 35 saves at Single A Palm Beach. An 0-1 pitch on the way. Wood takes the slider high, 1-1. Part of what makes Worrell so deceptive is his ability to hide the ball. The batter never sees the ball, even as he's coming into the stretch, until it's out of his hand. Here's the 1-1. And it's low and outside, ball 2. Tried that fastball, but it cut away from Wood at the last moment. Wood with 14 homers, including 2 on this road trip. The 2-1 pitch. Wood will take a strike. Boy, that slider, so tough to get a good look at. Wood was ahead of it before the pitch even came to the plate. He had no chance to swing. Matt Brown on deck. Cardinals have A 3-2 lead with one out of the top of the ninth. The 2-2. Way outside from Worrell, ball 3. Worrell doesn't always throw strikes. He has walked 14. Worrell has also hit another batter. For the moment, he is throwing mostly strikes. 3-2 to Wood. Outside, ball 4. Tying runners aboard. There is a pitcher warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. They had Doyne up just in case Worrell started to falter. So this will tell you how the Cardinals feel about Worrell. Chris Maloney will give him the save situation, but he wants to have someone ready to go in case Worrell continues to struggle. Now Matt Brown stands in. Brown 0 for 3. Lined out hard to the third baseman his last at-bat. Wood, a good lead at first. Worrell sets and deals. Brown takes a slider for a strike, 0-1. Wood has stolen 7 bases in 8 attempts. Travs are 2 for 3 in steal attempts against Gabe Johnson today. Worrell's 0-1. Brown takes low, 1 ball, 1 strike on the Traveler cleanup batter. Travs held to only 4 base hits thus far. Wood, the 8th base runner of the game for the Travs. They stranded 2 and had 1 man caught stealing and 1 man thrown out at second trying to stretch a single to a double. Ball and a strike to Brown. Throw to first base, a slow one. Wood dove back anyway. Worrell, 1 man caught stealing on his guard, 2 steals. If you pick the right pitch to go on, he can get a steal with his soft stuff. 1-1 pitch. Check swing and a foul tip. I think Worrell may have gotten away with a balk. They will not call the balk. He had a slight hesitation before the pitch came. But it'll be a 1-2 count on Brown. Cardinals by a run, 3-2 in the top of the 9th inning. Travs trying to stave off a 5-game losing streak. Here's a stretch. Wood still off the base by 4 feet. The pitch to Brown. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with that slider that floated up at 75 miles an hour. Bobby Wilson is the last hope to extend to the 9th inning. Jason Esposito comes on deck. Wood at first base has not even shifted off the bat. Here's a pitch to Wilson. It's a fastball for a strike. Wilson is 1 for 3 today. Slide to right field in the 2nd inning. An RBI single in the 4th to left center, but was pegged at second trying to get a double out of it. Struck out swinging on a pitch in the dirt in the 7th. The 0-1 from Worrell. Bobby swings and misses at the slider, strike 2. Chance. No balls, 2 strikes with Wilson trying to get something to hit. Worrell delivers. Popped it up on the infield. This will do it. Hoffpauir waving his arms at second. He's got it. Springfield takes their 3rd in a row from the Arkansas Travelers. This final score is 3-2. Only 2 hours and 15 minutes from first pitch to last pitch. Very well pitched. by Chris Hunter and Stu Pomeranz. Pomeranz gets the victory, Hunter the loss. The save goes to Worrell. Springfield sends the Travs to their 5th straight loss on a 21-42 record. The Cardinals now 10 games over 500 at 36-26. Final score, Springfield 3, Arkansas 2. We'll come back with the totals and the recap on the Allstate Insurance postgame report following this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Since 1901, the Arkansas Travelers have been making memories in the Natural State, like John Young launching a home run over the Mills Freeway to win the '77 Texas League title. People still talk about the explosive performances of Captain Dynamite or the Travs leadoff batter for the 1976 season, 3'4" Roscoe Pete Stidman, and the unbelievable home run heroics of recent Travs Tommy Murphy and Mike Napoli.
And it's a grand slam! Tommy Murphy wins the game with a walk-off grand slam!
Now you, your friends, and family are invited to create some memories of your own as the Travs charge to the 74th and final season at Ray Winder Field.
Double play ends it. The Travs are the East Division champions.
Come share the excitement as the Arkansas Travelers celebrate their history with another winning season. For tickets, call 664-1555 or visit Travs.com.
Henry Morales has hit another ball onto the freeway. Get out of here.
The Arkansas Travelers, still the greatest game on dirt.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois.
Hey guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer.
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? I don't think so.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you? Remember you ordered them from me?
Where? I mean, I remember eating the wings.
Yeah, the wings were good.
Are you sure we drank the beer?
Look, you guys came in, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. You guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
Yeah, that sounds great. You want a beer?
I would love a beer.
Next time, try the light beer with the taste you won't forget. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Back at Hammond Field on the Allstate Insurance post-game report as the Arkansas Travelers lose to the Springfield Cardinals for the 3rd straight time. Tonight's final score, Springfield 3, Arkansas 2. Phil Elson with you with a reminder that it's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Recapping this ball game, first of the unofficial final totals. Arkansas today 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 3 men left. Springfield 3 runs, 6 base hits, and no errors. The Cardinals trailed 4. Stu Pomeranz the winner. His record 7-2. He is now tied with 2 other Texas leaguers for the league lead in wins. Chris Hunter takes the loss, falling to 1-6. One of 3 Traveler pitchers to lose 6 or more games so far. Save goes to Mark Worrell, his 16th of the year. First pitch to last pitch was 2 hours and 15 minutes, and the paid attendance tonight at Hammond Field, 6,197. We didn't have a run over the first 3 innings. With the only base hit, Matt Pauley's base hit off the right field wall in the 3rd, a single to lead that 3rd inning off. He would steal second base, move to 3rd on a passed ball, but after Dwayne Bacon took a base on balls, Aaron Peel hit a Baltimore chop towards 3rd base that Rico Washington made a fine play getting to, starting a 5-4-3 double play. And then the Travelers would take their first lead and only lead of this ball game in the fourth. Brandon Wood, with one out in the fourth inning, hitting a double to the left field corner. He would hold at Matt Brown's comebacker to the hill. And on Bobby Wilson's single to left center, Wood would score to give the Travs a 1-0 lead, but Wilson tried to stretch it into a double and was thrown out by Nick Stavinoha for the third and final out of the fourth inning. And the Cardinals came back immediately in the bottom of the fourth against Chris Hunter, who had not allowed a base hit to the first 11 men he'd faced, walking the first batter of the first inning, Mike McCoy, but then Hunter retired 10 straight. Juan Richardson had the first base hit for the Cardinals with a one-out single through the left side of the infield in the fourth. Moved to second on a wild pitch, but Hunter fell behind Washington 2-0. Rico Washington blitzes a 2-0 fastball over the right field wall, home run number 13, to give the Cardinals a 2-1 lead. That lead remained until the sixth inning. The Travelers manufacturing a run off the assembly line. Dwayne Bacon, a leadoff walk. He would steal second base and go to third on Aaron Peel's ground ball to shortstop. And Peel and Eric Rodland with a sacrifice fly to center, bringing Bacon in, tying the game at 2-2. That was the last time the Travs would score a run, and the Cardinals answered immediately in the bottom of the sixth inning. Juan Richardson leading off with a home run to the opposite field just over the right field corner fence. His 13th home run of the year gave the Cardinals the 3-2 score, and they would eventually hold on to that one as the Travelers were unable to muster up more than one base hit over the final 5 innings of the ball game, and they go on to lose for the 5th straight time. This final score, Springfield 3 and Arkansas 2. The victory puts the Cardinals at 36-26, and at the moment, just a game and a half in back of Tulsa for first place in the Texas League North. That'll depend on the outcome of the Drillers-Wranglers game at Driller Stadium tonight. Travelers fall to 21-42, and at the moment, 17 full games out of first place. We'll be checking the Texas League and Major League scoreboard next on the Allstate Insurance Postgame Report. Here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T with its passion to invent and SBC with its drive to deliver have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back here to the Allstate Insurance Postgame Report. We'll go through the Texas League scoreboard here as the Travelers lose to the Cardinals by a 3-2 final score. All eyes at Tulsa, where the Wranglers currently have a 9-4 lead against the Drillers. Joe Kashansky has now taken over the league lead with his second home run of the ball game. The Driller first baseman has 17 home runs, one more than Hunter Pence of Corpus Christi. Billy Butler going deep for the Wranglers, his 9th, and the Wranglers with a 9-4 lead at Tulsa. If Wichita holds on to that lead, then the Drillers will just be 1 game in front of Springfield for first place with 6 games left in the first half of the season. In the South Division, Corpus Christi trying to win their 7th straight. The Hooks have a 6-2 lead against San Antonio. In the bottom of the 7th inning, J.R. House a home run, his 6th for the Hooks. And at Frisco, the Rough Riders 3 and the Midland Rockhounds 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Short schedule in the Major League today. You got 2 finals in the National League. Colorado beats Washington 4-3. Jeff Francis, a former Tulsa Driller, with his 5th win against 5 losses. Brian Fuentes saved his 14th. Ramon Ortiz, the losing pitcher for the Nationals, falls to 5-5. Jose Guillen comes off the disabled list for the Nats and hits his 6th home run. Milwaukee outpowers Cincinnati 6-5 at Cincinnati. Milwaukee 2 homers. Carlos Lea's 21st, and Prince Fielder hit his 11th. The Reds hit 4 home runs. Jason LaRue and Adam Dunn each with 1. Dunn is 21st. David Ross hit a pair of home runs for the losing Reds. Jackson gets the victory, and Merker the loss. Former Traveler Derek Turnbow saving his 18th of the season. 2 games are finals in the American League. The Chicago White Sox won at Texas 8-3. Jose Contreras 7-0 with the victory this year, and it's the 15th consecutive win for the former New York Yankee star, who is now possibly the top pitcher in the American League at 7-0. John Carranca took the loss. He falls to 4-4. A.J. Pierzynski, a home run for the White Sox. Rod Barajas homered for Texas. Baltimore 6-4 winners at Toronto. Chris Benson the win. He is 7-5. Got a help from his catcher, Ramon Hernandez, hit his 10th home run of the year. And Ray to save his 16th of the season. 2 homers for Alex Rios. The outfielder for the Blue Jays has 14 now. And Greg Zahn hit his 6th. In progress at the 11th inning at Detroit, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and the Tigers tied 3-3. Detroit forced extra innings, rallying for 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tampa Bay has hit the only homers, Julio Lugo and Jorge Cantu. Angels and the Royals underway in Anaheim. Bottom of the 2nd inning, 0-0. Former Traveler Irvin Santana trying to improve on his 5-3 record. Those are the scores from the Major Leagues and the Texas League. It's brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Arkansas Travelers. You can get them online at southwest.com. Final score from Springfield today, Cardinals 3, Travelers 2. We'll wrap it up after this on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
That's 5 straight losses for the Travelers now, losing here to Springfield by a 3-2 final score. Bill Elson with you on the Allstate Insurance postgame report, brought to you by Allstate. Are you in good hands? These totals are official now. Arkansas, 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, stranding 3. And for the Cardinals, it was 3 runs on 6 base hits, no errors, stranding 5. Winning pitcher is Stu Pomeranz, 7-2 record. He's one of 3 Texas League pitchers with 7 victories, and he'll be tonight's BC Powder Player of the Game for going 8 innings, allowing only 4 hits and 2 runs, both earned. Struck out 2 against 3 walks. Pomeranz is now 3-0 against the Arkansas Travelers. And BC Powder is the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers. It'll get into your system fast. BC goes to work fast. Headaches, backaches, or muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC used as directed. The loss goes to Chris Hunter, his 6th straight. But Hunter deserves some kudos for a fine performance today. 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 1, struck out 4, but allowed 2 homers. by Rico Washington and Juan Richardson. Save goes to Mark Worrell, a scoreless 9th to 16th save of the year. Time of game today, 2 hours and 15 minutes. The paid attendance, 6,197. Springfield now at 36 and 26 on the year. The Travelers fall to 21 and 42. Season series heavily in favor of the Cardinals. And now in 12 games, the Cardinals have beaten the Travelers 9 times. Cardinals draw within 1.5 games of first place, and it's a good bet with the Wranglers leading by 6 runs. With just 3 innings to go at Griller Stadium. That by the time we wake up tomorrow, it'll be just a 1-game race in the Texas League North with Tulsa leading the Cardinals by 1. We'll play the 3rd game of this series. Well, the 4th game of this series tomorrow night. Mike Parisi will take the hill for the Cardinals. Parisi comes in 3-2, a right-hander with a record of .448. Meanwhile, on the mound for the Travelers tomorrow, Jesse Smith. Smith with a record of 3-7, right-hander at .456 with the ERA. And first pitch tomorrow night, 7:10. We'll have the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:50 here on your home for Traveler Baseball, Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. I'd like to thank Randy Noah and Brad Hicks back at the studios at KDXE for getting us on the net and the air as well. Thanks to minorleaguebaseball.com for making sure we are on the internet. You fans for tuning in, thank you very much for listening to our broadcast tonight. And again, that final score was the Springfield Cardinals 3, the Arkansas Travelers 2. I'm Phil Elson with a reminder that it is only a game. We'll talk more baseball again tomorrow night.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bush isn't the disease. Bush is a symptom.
Welcome to the cure.
Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.